Hey guys, Happy Dude here, and nothing beats playing some good old Socom US Navy SEALs 2 after a long week of working. So let's start up the emulator. And let's play some Socom. Hehe. Wow, those sounds bring me back. This game is just one big trip down memory lane. I cannot tell you guys how many hours I've played this game. It has to be over 4,000. Because I've played it more than 4 years. Every minute of my life. Loading memory card. 8 megabyte. Oh, where did the time go? Zipper Interactive. I wonder what they're doing now. And when I say every minute of my life, you can take that literally. Okay, let's play online. It still amazes me that this is possible. A 20-year-old game where the server is long gone and still play it online. It even has to connect to the internet and to the server. Oh yes, back then the PlayStation 2 had a separate internet adapter you had to buy so you could play this game online. Wow. And the download limits were not that big like now. I believe it was only 10 gigabytes and now it's all unlimited. Wow, we really have come a long way. Now, before we played matches and clan wars, we usually started first with a respawn room on the map Frostfire. Because this game had rankings and we wanted our stats to be good, just like in Battlefield. Oh, Battlefield. Also a franchise that's completely fucked up now. They were such great games. Oh well. And here it is, the mob Frostfire. This does bring back memories, does it? My god, my aim is bad. Well, it's been a while since I've played this game. And it's also not the same like on the PlayStation 2. The controls of movement and aiming is a bit juddery and a bit fast. And it's also not as smooth as it was on the PlayStation 2. Also the server, of course it's not the original one, so there is some lag. The bullets don't always register at the enemy. Well, now that I think about it, that was a lot back then also, I think, yeah. That's why it happens a lot that you kill each other. I've never seen that on a different game. Only on Socom 2 you could do that. Kill each other at the same time. So I fiddled with some settings in the emulator to make it as good as possible, so it's playable. And of course there are a lot less people than back then, but still it is a lot of fun to play this again once in a while. Now this was a very popular corner on this map. When the warm-up is complete, I will show you the most popular maps from back in the day. Okay, my aim is starting to get better, so you're going to see some better gameplay here. Now let's talk again how I played this game back in the day. Now I've stated that I was playing this game every minute of my life, and it is true. Of course, every minute I was awake. If I'm asleep I cannot play, but I wasn't asleep a lot because I was playing this game all the time, almost. Now this really infuriated my dad. He was really angry because I did nothing else than playing this game. It really was waking up, going to school, come back home, play, sleep, wake up, go to school, rinse and repeat. I even didn't have time to eat. I just stayed in my room and played. So my dad just pulled out the internet from the modem, so I couldn't play. So I had to wait when he was away and then plug it back in. And then later he removed the fuse of the electricity in my room. That was an easy fix. I just switched fuses. But they never took away the TV or the PlayStation in my room because he was scared of breaking it. Because they've paid it. And they knew I would break down the house if they did that. You see, I'm starting to warm up. Now after a while he just gave up and let me play. Because my grades at school were fine. There was nothing wrong with it. Now you may wonder, when did I had the time to do homework or study? Well, I did that just after playing the game. I did it in my bed, and then when I woke up, just before going to school, and I also did some learning and homework at the playground at the school. God, those were the days. Okay, that's enough warm-up. Let's see some other maps. I think you all know which map this is. This is where most of us spend our evenings. I'm talking about Crossroads, of course. Even though after 20 years I can still remember all the alleyways where the enemy spawns, the hideouts, where to throw the grenade, where the switches are to blow up the bridges, the seal spawn, the terrorist spawn. Now it's a bit of a shame that voice chat in-game doesn't work anymore, because that really was what this game sets everything apart from the rest. It was only with a maximum of 8 versus 8, and there was a lot of teamwork, especially if you were in the same clan. And you only had one life, so when you played, it had to count. Now, it was not only shooting, you also had to plant a bomb or defuse it. And look, a scoreboard. Not even the new Battlefield has that. And I bet this game has less glitches and plays better. And before you play the match, you even had a armory where you could choose which terrorist or SEAL you would play. You could change the primary, secondary weapons, and claymores, frags, RPGs. It still amazes me that all of this was built in that game 20 years ago and it all worked fine. And now, 20 years later, they can't even do that right in a new Battlefield game. It's just sad. Look, and you could even create your own game to play with friends or whatever. I don't know a lot of games where you can do that. It's something very simple, but we really need to get that back. And now that I think about it, there's a lot of things that are simply missing in online gaming. That's why I only play offline nowadays. And it's not only Battlefield that is bad, but I'm using that because it's really bad. Now, watch this. 20-year-old game. Watch how many maps there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, still going, 21, and 22. 22 different maps in a game when it got out. When a modern game comes out, it has only 3-4 maps, maybe 7 max. That is just insulting, don't you think? By the way, this is the map Vigilance. It was also very popular and fun to play. Bombardment. And from those 7 maps in that new modern game that you have, there's only 1 or 2 good ones. And all the rest just suck. Now in Socom, you had at least 12 very fun maps to play. And the other maps weren't bad, it's just that you can always have good maps and less good maps, but in a modern game, they really suck. And you can say, well yeah, but in a modern game you have huge updates for new maps and new weapons and new skins and add-ons and different game modes that they can add later on. And that's how the new young modern gamers think about it. They don't know any better. They grew up like that. And I hope they see this video how it was. Of course, the graphics are not near as good as now, I can admit that. Even the emulator does some upscaling to make it look more HD quality. So I will give you that one. But graphics isn't everything. It's core gameplay. That's the most important thing. This game came out and it had all the maps and game modes and weapons that you needed. There weren't any day one patches and updates.
What?
Because they couldn't do that back in the day. Now I do remember there were some small patches for this game to work out some minor glitches and bugs, and it would store that on your memory card that was only 8 megabytes, so if it was full, you could not download the update, and then you couldn't play. So you had to buy another memory card just to play this game alone. You had to have a different memory card. By the way, Vigilance was also a fun map to play, and it's because they have the possibility to let you download huge updates and patches now that only gives them an excuse to put a game out when it's totally not ready. And there were a lot of games in that state, like GTA Definitive Edition, Cyberpunk, Battlefield, and the list goes on and on. Now, I'm not going to say that all new modern games suck. There are a lot of good ones out there, especially the single player ones, but multiplayer games, pooh. The last one that I played almost as much as this one was Battlefield 2142 and Battlefield 3. Now, of course, I know that a Battlefield game is totally not the same as Socom, but as much as replayability and the fun factor and the teamwork, it was just as good, if not better. And Socom 2 was the best in the whole franchise. After Socom US Navy SEALs 2, it went downhill. Socom 3 was a complete disaster, and Socom Confrontation was a bit better, but it was not the same as Socom 2. So after the servers of Socom 2 went down, I had to find a new online game. So I tried Call of Duty, but that didn't even came close to Socom. I don't know why, but Call of Duty just never spoke to me. So then I tried Counter-Strike 1.6. I did had a lot of fun with that. That gave me sort of the same vibe as Socom. But Counter-Strike is more focused on the shooting, because I had to play it on a computer, so the aiming with the mouse was a lot more competitive. So that was my first real first-person online shooter. And because I had to buy a computer to play Counter-Strike, it opened up a whole new world for me. And that's how I switched over to Battlefield. Because Counter-Strike was always the same, I had a lot more fun with Battlefield because there's a lot more variety in those games and a lot more possibilities. You also have vehicles, so a lot more tactics are involved. And there was a lot of teamwork also in those games. That's why I have, I think, 3,000 hours in Battlefield 2042 and 2,000 hours in Battlefield 3. So that was my replacement for online gaming after the servers of Socom 2 closed down. But I am very sure that there will never be a game as good as Socom 2. If any of you guys know a very good online game where teamwork is crucial, please let me know in the comments below. So I think I said everything I wanted to say. I'm very glad that I made this video for all you guys and of course for myself. And I hope this video is going to reach out to as many people as possible, especially to the true Socom fans. So I'm going to let you watch the video in peace now, and Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more, and you all have a nice day. Bye. Wow. That guy took 2 magazines like it was nothing.
Seals victorious.
He needed a lot of bullets to die.
Seals victorious.
Whoa. He saved my life. Damn! The hitboxes in this game. Lol.
Seals victorious.
Oh, there he is. Well, 3 against 1, that's not really fair. Well, that was a good game.